Irigaray's The Way of Love is an analysis of love as a philosophical, ethical, and spiritual phenomenon, examining its role in human relationships, self-discovery, and the construction of a more harmonious society. Through her distinctive feminist lens, Irigaray challenges traditional Western philosophical paradigms that marginalize love as irrational or secondary. Instead, she positions love as central to human existence, suggesting that it holds the transformative potential to bridge differences and cultivate authentic relationships. In the introduction, Irigaray sets the stage by emphasizing the neglect of love in Western philosophy and its relegation to a subordinate status beneath reason and knowledge. She critiques this marginalization, arguing that love, as a relational force, is fundamental to understanding and engaging with others. Irigaray establishes the central theme of the book, love as a path of transformation and becoming, one that respects and nurtures difference. Her analysis combines philosophical inquiry with poetic and personal reflections, embodying the dynamic interplay of thought and emotion. The first chapter explores love's role in shaping individual subjectivity and relationality. Irigaray critiques the traditional philosophical emphasis on sameness, which she argues undermines the recognition of difference, particularly sexual difference. She draws on the works of philosophers like Plato, Aristotle, and Hegel, revealing how their frameworks failed to accommodate love as a relational phenomenon. Irigaray proposes an alternative understanding of subjectivity, one grounded in love's capacity to recognize and embrace the other, without erasing their uniqueness. This chapter sets the foundation for her vision of love as a force that transcends egocentrism and fosters genuine connection. In the second chapter, Irigaray delves into the ethical dimensions of love, positioning it as an essential element of moral and interpersonal growth. She critiques traditional ethical systems that prioritize abstract principles over lived, embodied relationships. For Irigaray, love is not merely an emotion or a private experience. It is an ethical practice that requires attentiveness, respect, and care for the other. She emphasizes the importance of cultivating an ethics of difference, one that honors the singularity of each individual, while fostering mutual growth and understanding. This chapter underscores her vision of love as a transformative force that challenges existing power structures and promotes justice and equality. The third chapter examines the role of love in bridging the divide between the self and the other. Irigaray critiques philosophical traditions that reduce the other to an extension or reflection of the self, arguing that such frameworks undermine the possibility of genuine relationality. She proposes an alternative model of love, one that respects the irreducible difference of the other while fostering intimacy and connection. Drawing on insights from phenomenology and psychoanalysis, Irigaray reflects on the ways love can facilitate a deeper understanding of oneself and others. This chapter emphasizes love's potential to dissolve barriers and create spaces for dialogue and mutual recognition. In the fourth chapter, Irigaray addresses the spiritual dimensions of love, exploring its role in connecting individuals to the divine and to the greater cosmos. She critiques traditional religious frameworks that often equate spirituality with transcendence, arguing instead for a spirituality grounded in immanence and relationality. For Irigaray, Love is a sacred practice that bridges the material and the spiritual, offering a path to self-realization and communal harmony. She reflects on the role of rituals, symbols, and practices in fostering a spirituality of love, drawing on insights from both Western and Eastern traditions. This chapter highlights the universality of love as a spiritual and existential force. The fifth chapter explores the challenges of cultivating love in a world dominated by violence, alienation, and indifference. Irigaray acknowledges the difficulties of overcoming entrenched systems of power and privilege, emphasizing the need for patience, resilience, and creativity. She critiques the ways in which societal norms and institutions undermine love by promoting competition, individualism, and exploitation. At the same time, Irigaray affirms her belief in the transformative power of love to resist and transcend these forces, offering a vision of hope and renewal. This chapter serves as a call to action, inviting readers to embrace love as a path of resistance and transformation. In the sixth chapter, Irigaray reflects on the pedagogical dimensions of love, examining its role in education and the cultivation of wisdom. She critiques traditional models of education that prioritize knowledge acquisition over relationality and self-discovery. For Irigaray, love is not merely a subject to be studied, but a practice to be embodied and cultivated. She emphasizes the importance of fostering environments where love can flourish, both in personal relationships and in broader social contexts. This chapter underscores her belief in the potential of love to create a more compassionate and inclusive world. The seventh chapter brings together the themes of the book, offering a synthesis of Irigaray's vision of love as a path of transformation and becoming. She reflects on the ways love can create spaces for dialogue, connection, and mutual growth, transcending the divisions that separate individuals and communities. Irigaray emphasizes the importance of cultivating love as a daily practice, one that requires attentiveness, humility, and courage. She concludes with a hopeful vision of a world where love is not marginalized or suppressed, but embraced as a central force for personal and collective flourishing.